Welcome to the April 26th Delhi Board of Trustees meeting. Tonight we'll open the meeting with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight's moment of silence is in support of one of Delhi's young people, Ryan Custer. Ryan, an Elder alum, recently suffered a traumatic injury and is now in Chicago for some extensive therapy. Our thoughts and prayers are with Ryan and his family through his rehabilitation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome to our meeting tonight. Okay, Mr. Luby?
We have motion 2017-103, approve the minutes from the Board of Trustees meeting held on April 12th, 2017, and dispense with the reading.
I move motion 2017-103.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion passes.
Motion 2017-104, approve the minutes from the Board of Trustees meeting held on April 17th, 2017, and dispense with the reading.
I move motion 2017-104.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion passes.
Motion 2017-105, approve bills for payment.
I move motion 2017-105.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion passes.
Motion 2017-106, approve the payment of overtime for pay period ending April 11th, 2017.
I move motion 2017-106.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion passes. Report from the fiscal officer?
We do have a couple opening and reading of the bids. I'll start with the Delhi Township Street Rehabilitation and Repair Project, number 2017-A. First bid is from Barrett Paving Materials, Inc. The total is $1,163,978.38, and that's for Barrett Paving. Second one's for Adlita Construction. The total bid is $1,169,400.79. $1,169,479. The last bid is from John R. Jurgensen Company. The total bid is $1,334,083.82. That's $1,334,083.82. And now we'll have the reading of the bids for the Delhi Township Fire Department, self-contained breathing apparatus, rapid intervention, team packs, and optional equipment. And we only have one bid from Vogel Fire Equipment. Going to have to search for this one. The total bid, $185,986. That's $185,986. That's it.
Thank you. Okay. Approve purchase orders, please.
Resolution 2017-100, resolution approving purchase order obligations incurred on behalf of the township by the township administrator, authorizing payment of certain purchase order obligations and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution?
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
As far as significant transactions since the last meeting, we did have $585,000 in advance from Hamilton County as far as receipts. As far as disbursements, we had $25,000 for the new exhaust system at the new Greenwell Fire Station, and payroll of $240,000 on April 20th. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll go on to special presentations. Tonight, I have the honor of swearing in 2 new officers with our police department. So we'll start with Officer Stephen Summers.
Thank you, President and Board of Trustees. First, I'd like to give a little background of how we got to where we are today. Back in 2004, we had 32 officers. We actually dropped down to 29 officers after the failure of the police levy, which we eventually passed. In January of 2016, I did a proposal, myself and the command staff, to show the finances over the last couple of years since the levy and the fact that we could get back to 31. We were requesting 2 additional officers and still maintain the levy cycle of 5 years before we go back to the public asking for additional funds. With that, gratefully, 3 of you unanimously approved that, where we were able to do that. So we got back to 31 positions. We've had a retirement since then, so that kind of knocked us back down. We've replaced that individual. The reasoning for trying to get back to 32 is to address the drug problem. Drugs are pretty much the root of all evil. It's our robberies, our burglaries, our thefts, and the least manpower that we have to deal with. So in order to hire the additional officers, we're able to get dedicated drug agents into task force. That's all they do, is work somewhere else but deal with the drugs in Delhi and the surrounding area. So we've been able to do that. These 2 individuals have gone through an extensive process. I'm proud to report and bring them before the board for swearing in. And with that, I'll start with Steve Summers. Alphabetical order here.
Okay.
You want anybody up here with you? No, it's okay. No? All right. Steve Summers, he's 26 years old. He's married. His wife Lauren is here with 3-year-old Avery. He graduated from Coleraine High School. He didn't get extra points for that, but that's my alumni. So he graduated from Coleraine in 2009. He's still a resident of Coleraine Township. He served from 2009-2012 in the United States Army. So for that, this is my first hire, as far as actually my second, because Chet came a little bit before, but my second hire as far as somebody that was a veteran from the military. For that, we're grateful for your service. He retired from the U.S. Army at the rank of specialist. He was stationed in Vilseck, Germany, and he did 1 tour in Afghanistan during his time with the U.S. Army. He's decorated too many awards and valor awards to list, but I can assure you he got an honorable discharge with a bunch of awards and medals. He comes to us from Gulf Manor Police Department, where he served since April of 2015. So with that,
Great.
appreciate it.
You'll be reading up there. Right? Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Okay. I, Stephen Summers, do solemnly swear
I, Stephen Summers, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the resolutions of the Township of Delhi,
and the resolutions of the Township of Delhi,
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
as a police officer of the Delhi Township Police Department.
as a police officer of the Delhi Township Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Dave will have you sign. I will say, because I've been asked before, and I hope he don't mind, but his father's also Steve Summers that you hear on 700 WLW, and his grandfather was a trucking bozo on 700 WLW. Right? Correct? That's correct. All right. I've been asked, so I thought I'd get it out there. Next, I'd like to present Chet Williams. Chet, if you'd like to come up. Chet is 24 years old. He has a fiancée, Hannah, 3-year-old son, Chet Williams II, and a daughter, Savannah. Kind of a little story there. The FTO, he started actually on March 27th, was his first date with us. So he started, his FTO came in and said, Chief, has he told you that his wife's maybe going to have a baby any day? I was like, well, that's kind of early. I knew she was pregnant, but, you know, it was a little bit on the early side, but no. And he says, well, no, he's in Afghanistan when his son was born. So I said, no, whatever, we'll take care of it. You know, I'll donate sick time. He needs to be home with his wife and have the baby. So he left at end of the shift, his first day, 4:30. And at 17 after or 18 after midnight, he was the father of a daughter, Savannah. So, you know, we let him take a couple days off to be home, and he was there for the birth of her. Ironically, Savannah and Chet II both share the same birthday, too, which is ironic. So everything kind of fell in place there. Chet graduated from Norwood High School in 2010. They currently reside in Norwood. Also, once again, I appreciate his service. He served the United States Army from 2012 to 2016. He retired with the rank of sergeant. He was also stationed in Vilseck, Germany, unbeknownst to the two of them until they got here and figured it out. They were there at the same time on the same base, which is ironic, and now they stand here before us. He was a part of the fire team and served as a sniper. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan, actually 2 tours, one in Afghanistan and one in Estonia. So for your service, we're also appreciative. Also, he's very decorated, too many awards and valors to list. He came back, attended University of Cincinnati, got his associate's degree really recently, just within the last month, and graduated from the Claremont County University of Cincinnati Police Academy in January of 2017. Just finished up his associates. So we look forward to Chad also being with us for many years.
Perfect. Okay. If you'll raise your right hand, please. I, Chet Williams,
I, Chet Williams,
do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the resolutions of the Township of Delhi,
and the resolutions of the Township of Delhi,
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
perform all of the duties incumbent upon me
as a police officer of the Delhi Township Police Department.
as a police officer of the Delhi Township Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Archie. I need you to sign. Steve, he didn't even look at the words. You read the words up there.
He memorized it. Yeah, I was impressed. I'm glad. Any comments, Trustee Seavey?
Congratulations and welcome to Delhi. You're now with the finest.
Trustee Oswald?
Congratulations. Look forward to having you here.
Yes, thank you. You are part of the finest. We're very proud of our police and fire both here, so we're very proud to have you here. Okay, we have a motion first. Do we do the motion before we do the? Yeah. To declare it, we have to do the motion.
Motion 2017-107, proclaiming Friday, April 28th, 2017, Dr. H. James Williams Day in Delhi Township.
I've moved motion 2017-107.
Second the motion?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes. Tonight, we have with us Mr. Zachary Silka, the Vice President of University Communications from Mount St. Joseph University. He's representing President Williams tonight at our meeting. Zach and his family are new residents of Delhi, I found out, having moved here from Toledo when he accepted the Vice President position on the motion, at the Mount. So, proclamation. Dr. H. James Williams Day, Friday, April 28, 2017. Whereas the Board of Trustees of Mount St. Joseph University and the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati will publicly commemorate the installation of its president, Dr. H. James Williams, at the presidential inauguration ceremony on Friday, April 28, 2017. And whereas Dr. Williams was selected following a 9-month national search conducted by a committee representing the Mount's Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and business leaders. And whereas Dr. Williams is a leader whose career has been marked by the highest of ethical standards, with a solid background in academic leadership and a commitment to the university's mission. And whereas, since he officially assumed office on March 15, 2016, Dr. Williams has devoted his first year to getting to know the Mount family as well as the Delhi and Cincinnati communities. And whereas, as the Mount strives for the success of the university and its students, Delhi Township will continue to work toward a better community for its residents and stakeholders on economic development initiatives. We are excited to partner with Dr. Williams and the Mount as they move forward with their new strategic plan titled Transformation 2025. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, on the special occasion of the presidential inauguration, we offer our congratulations and blessings to Dr. Williams on his appointment and to the Mount on the installation of Dr. Williams as their president, and proudly declare Friday, April 28, 2017 as Dr. H. James Williams Day in Delhi Township, adopted at the regular meeting of the Delhi Township Board of Trustees by motion 2017-107 on the 26th day of April, 2017. So congratulations and thank you for being here. Would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you to the Delhi Township trustees for this great proclamation. Dr. Williams, first of all, wants to send his regrets that he couldn't be here tonight. He had a previous engagement in Cincinnati, but I'm honored to be here today to represent Dr. Williams here. For those who don't know, Dr. Williams and I are actually both Delhi Township residents. As Madam President mentioned, that I just moved here with my family in November. And Dr. Williams moved to the area last year in March, and so we're both very honored to be Delhi residents. And Dr. Williams wanted me to also share that he really does look forward to working with all of Delhi Township to not only be great partners with the township, but also with the Mount community as well, and bringing our two communities together and doing the great work on behalf of both of our institutions. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We look forward to Friday.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Next, we have trustee correspondence. Trustee Seavey?
Yes, on behalf of all of us on the Board of Trustees, as well as Fiscal Officer Luby, we'd like to offer our congratulations to firefighter paramedic Dave Stigler on his retirement. After 39 years of fire service, of which Delhi was privileged to have him for 29, we wish Dave Stigler the very best on his retirement, and thank you for your service.
I was remiss. Any guests that would like to leave, I'm sorry. Please feel free to leave now. Thank you for coming. My bad. Okay. Trustee Oswald, any correspondence?
Nothing tonight.
Okay. I would like to congratulate Corporal Frank Gentili. From our fire department. He received the Blue Coat of the Year from the St. Dominic Delhi Knights of Columbus recently. So he definitely deserves it, as you may know. You know, he's the one of them that gets out in the public with us. He might ride the motorcycle, so he's a little closer to the residents at times, but very well deserved, Frank. So congratulations. Okay, administration, nothing. Parks and Recreation.
Resolution 2017-101, resolution granting the Our Lady of Victory Church, Cub Scout Pack 909, a special exemption to the park rules for their annual parent-son overnight campout and flag retirement ceremony, waiving burn permit fee Authorizing the Township Administrator to issue the special exemption and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Mr. Torbeck? No? All right. Mrs. Seavey has a question. Or Trustee Seavey, sorry.
As is your usual practice, Mr. Torbeck, will you allow residents to bring flags that need retirement to your office?
Yes. They can contact the park office, or they can just come and drop them off, whatever.
And what is the actual date of this?
That's a good question. June 3rd. June 3rd.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 2017-102, resolution authorizing an agreement with Taylor Schroeder to operate a farmer's market at Delhi Park and Clearview Lake, authorizing the Parks and Recreation Director to execute the agreement and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Mr. Torbeck?
We discussed it last meeting and talked about the details. We're excited to get going on this. A lot of people are excited. Our first planning meeting is tomorrow afternoon, as long as it gets approved tonight.
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 2017-103, resolution declaring nuisance for accumulated debris at 5420 Style Lane and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Mr. DeLong?
Yes, as you can see based on the photos on the screen, there's piles of debris at this property at 5420 Style Lane. We did make a site visit this morning. It's still in the same condition, so we request that you declare it a nuisance.
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 2017-104, resolution declaring nuisance for accumulated debris at 5409 Whitmore Drive and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Mr. DeLong?
Staff received a complaint about this property at 5409 Whitmore Drive. As you can see based on the photos, there's debris pretty much lining up against the facade of the house. We did do an inspection this morning. It remains in the same condition, so we do request that you declare it a nuisance.
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr.
Yes.
Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes. Thank you. Okay.
Motion 2017-108, authorizing the Township Administrator to sign up for the designated Hamilton County Storm Water District level of service and service fees for 2018.
I move motion 2017-108.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes. Did you have some discussion, Mr. Ripperger, before we move on?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This is a partnership with Hamilton County Stormwater District and many other jurisdictions such as Sycamore, Anderson, Greene, and Springfield Township. This is a program we've been part of for years. It's kind of a standard form we have to sign every year. It keeps us compliant with the EPA, and they offer several programs and services to the township. The fees will remain the same.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay.
We have Resolution 2017-105, resolution declaring a certain police vehicle and equipment no longer needed for public use and authorizing the sale to the City of Kenton, Ohio, and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Chief Howarth?
Yeah, these two vehicles are going out of our fleet with the additional 3 vehicles that we have coming in. Technically, we have 3 going out. We had 2, as you see the next resolution with Hardin County. We had 2 slated for Hardin County, And unfortunately, the one going to the city of Kenton was actually involved in an auto accident. We had word they were going to fix it, but within the last 2 days, we found out they were going to total it. So we took one away from the next resolution, Hardin County, and we're giving it to the city of Kenton. Both of them have been purchasing our vehicles probably sight unseen for the last 4 or 5 years.
Thank
I
you.
move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Libby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 2017-106, a resolution declaring a certain police vehicle and equipment no longer needed for public use and authorizing the sale to Hardin County, Ohio, and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution? We already had it.
Okay. I move to dispense with the second reading.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Libby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Resolution passes. Okay.
Motion 2017-109, accepting the resignation of part-time firefighter paramedic Austin Lucan, effective April 28th, 2017.
I move motion 2017-109.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries. Okay. It's time for citizen comments. I do have two. We do have a 5-minute limit, and we'll ask you to come up to the podium. Our first speaker will be John Stevens from 5347 Rapid Run Road. Hi.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do this quick. I went through the flood in 2003, 14 years ago. That was the first 100 years. They said that'd be 100 years before it happened again. Well, it happened 14 years later. It's not, is it going to happen? The question is, when's it going to happen? As long as they keep building and laying asphalt, concrete, roofs, and taking away the natural drainage, you're still going to keep problems that we got now. It's not going to stop. It's going to get worse. The other thing is, what hurts everybody is they can't sell their houses now since they've declared it a floodplain. So, I mean, I don't know what to do. I get stormwater. I don't get the backup from the drains. Mine's stormwater coming up a woody hill. It comes down with the leaves and the dirt, clogs my drain, and it goes in the basement. I don't get it as bad as the other people. I may only have a ½ inch. But it's a problem, it's a pain. Then, you know, can we stop this building till they start tearing some down? And get back to the greenery, the nature? Because I know the sisters, Charity, they were working down there all last summer. And then a nursing home down past them on the left was too. That's about all I got to say for now. I'll be back later in the year. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Rubbinger, do you have any?
Just with many conversations with MSD, I know they would prefer a green approach on any kind of project like that. They are looking into alternative options, funding. They are definitely working on it. I know with the last projects we had with Phase 1 and Phase 2, it did take a few years to, move forward, but we'll stay on them and hopefully we can get something done.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we have Dave Schweer. Did I pronounce it correctly? Mr. Schweer, 5341 Rapid Run. Hi.
Thank you. I've lived in Delhi since 1990, and I've been getting flooded ever since, It's all because we're at the bottom of the ravine. When it storms real bad like it did, I have streams this wide on each side of my house coming down towards the street from Woody Hill behind me. And I have it coming, off of the street down into my driveway. In this last storm, I watched sewer lids popping up because the sewers were literally full. Across the street from me, I live on the south side of Rapid Run. On the north side of Rapid Run, there's a bunch of condos up on the hill there. big driveway that goes up there. And so much runoff came down that driveway. It was just flooding the street. That runoff was coming down and it was actually going towards Neeb Road. Wasn't going towards Anderson Ferry. So, it's a big problem. We were hoping to be included in the buyout a few years ago, and we got on the list. But of course, we were informed that the money was no longer available. I don't know if anybody's still working on that and petitioning FEMA. I would like to think so. We sure could use the help, because it's difficult to live this way, and it's almost impossible to move because you have to disclose problems like that. So I would ask if anybody can contact FEMA again and try to petition. I think that's the only solution for us. I don't see any fix that you could do to stop that, because we're at the bottom. The water's going to find the bottom, and if the sewers are full, there's nowhere else for it to go. So, thank you for listening.
From my point of reference, where exactly are your houses located on Rapid Run? I mean, we have the green space that they did buy some houses, so where are you two located?
I'm the second house down from Allison.
Okay, so you're coming, down from Allison coming west. Okay, thank you. And you're located close by? You're the fourth house. Okay, so we're talking down by that intersection now. Okay, thank you. That helps me. Trustee Seavey?
Ron, when we originally worked on the FEMA plans, because at the time, I was actually the fiscal officer, there were like 3 different phases, and they stopped us after we finished the first phase. Did we get
We
start
got-
into the second?
No, we got 2 phases.
We got 2
completed.
phases done, and
We
there were still
submitted a 3rd phase, and there was no funding
no
for
response.
it. We do make contact with FEMA. They didn't say it would never come back, but right now it's minimal.
Well, I hope someone is still trying. I mean, I have a 2-inch pump that I brought into my driveway, and I had that pump running in that big storm. Thank God I was home to do it. And it was just pumping out as much as was coming in until the rain finally let up, and then I got it to come down. But it's very difficult, and if there's anything anybody can do to FEMA, because I don't know what else you could do. I really don't.
We hear you. We understand, and, Ron, if we can maybe contact them again or try to do something, we hear what you're saying, and we'll see.
I don't know what you could do
Right.
to stop the water coming down that hill behind us.
Right. That was a horrendous 25 minutes of rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a bad one. We've had them before,
Right.
several of them. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in. Okay, that's it. So we are on to announcement of community events. Mr. Luby.
The Delhi Veterans Memorial Park Wall Number 7 fundraiser, sponsored by Robin Florist, will be April 26th through May 1st. It will be at the Robin Florist and Garden Center at 352 Pedretti Road. The Hamilton County Board of Elections special primary election will be Tuesday, May 2nd. It will be from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. at your designated polling station. Cleanup Delhi Day event, sponsored by Delhi Township, will be Saturday, May 6th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be at the Delhi Senior Community Center at 647 Neeb Road. The Community Document Shredding event, sponsored by the Delhi Business Association, will be Saturday, May 6th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be at C.O. Harrison School at 585 Neeb Road. The Kenny Lips Annual Delhi Kids, Cops, and Firefighters Golf Outing, hosted by the Delhi Skirt Game Committee, will be Saturday, May 13th. Registration starts at 1 p.m., and there will be a shotgun start at 2 p.m. It will be at the Aston Oaks Golf Course at 1 Aston Oaks Drive, North Bend, Ohio, 45052. The Delhi Citizens Police Association Golf Outing will be Friday, June 9th. Lunch served at 11:30 a.m., tee-off time at 1 p.m. It will be at Aston Oaks Golf Course at 1 Aston Oaks Drive, North Bend, Ohio, 45052. And the Riverview Delhi Kiwanis Roll on the River Car Show will be July 23rd at Fernbank Park, rain or shine. That's all I have.
All right, thank you very much. We do have a need to go to executive session tonight, so we could please have the motion, Mr. Luby.
Motion 2017-110 to retire into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, and/or compensation of a public employee of the township.
I have a motion 2017-110 to retire to executive session to consider the appointment, employment, and/or compensation of a public employee of the township.
I second the motion to retire into executive session, consider the appointment, employment, and/or compensation of a public employee of the township.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Oswald?
Yes.
Yes. That concludes our meeting for tonight, our general meeting. We will have our next meeting on Wednesday, May 10th at 6 p.m. Thank you for coming tonight, and everybody get home safely.